All right, I'll get it started. I want to make. I don't know if this is. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I had the unbelievable privilege tonight of witnessing the most unselfish thing I've ever seen in my career. And I told our players in the locker room after, I've never seen anything like it. Jelani Stone didn't necessarily play good or bad to start the game. Nana and Tierno came in and both were really good. On the way up the tunnel into halftime, Jelani grabs me and says, "Coach, you need to play Nana more this half." Never had anybody do that in my career. Like the most unselfish, care about winning thing that I've experienced. And I start tonight saying that because I think that's where our team is heading. Like I think we've got a bunch of guys that are just worried about winning. And hopefully we can capitalize on that and continue to play good basketball, maybe even play better basketball over these last 3 or 4 weeks.
Do you even want to add on to the opening statement, or is that it? You good?
That's a pretty good opening statement.
I agree. Okay, Dom, we'll run over your stats real quick. 13 total points, 6 rebounds, just really firing on all cylinders in the first half. And we've seen you develop and grow over the season to where this is starting to get a little bit of attraction for you, getting a little bit going. Just talk about what you were seeing tonight and that overall growth that you have seen overall throughout the year.
Yeah, I think, we as a team today, we came in with like a great mindset. The ball was moving around, and it didn't really matter who scored. As long as we scored, we got good looks. So I think that's why we were successful today. The ball was moving. So.
And then also tonight, just from a player perspective,
right.
Just talk about the overall student section.
Oh.
Because it was heavy involvement from fraternities, some sororities. The guys were chanting.
Yeah, I think that was great for the community to come out and show, who SFA basketball really is, and I think it boosted everyone's, confidence when we got people behind us. So it was great. We need that more.
And did you catch the half-court shot made by the student during one of the media timeouts?
I did not, but I heard the crowd going crazy. So assume something good happened.
Just seems to.
It's what we do here.
Right. Okay, media.
Yeah, Coach, going back to your first statement and talking about that unselfish act, how did Nana react to that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I told Stone that he had to tell him.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't see it.
Okay. Very cool. What was it about Nana that just played so well? I mean, led in scoring, obviously, knocking down threes. Like just how do you add that out of his confidence?
Well, we felt like, based on how they guard ball screens, they're going to get 2 guys on the ball, and we felt like Nana and Keith could take advantage of that with their ability to shoot, and I thought that was evident tonight in some of our, some of the set plays that we ran to get him some looks when 2 guys got on the ball defensively, and thankfully he capitalized on it and made it. So good night for Nana.
Yeah, and you talked about how these 2 teams are incredibly different teams from your first meeting, but what, if anything, did you learn for the first time around, though, that helped you get a win this time around?
To be honest with you, I don't know that we spent a whole lot of time on the first game. Like, we're a completely different team.
Right.
Keon Thompson hadn't played up until that point. Dom was, a couple weeks into his career. Obviously, we showed some clips and some tendencies of that type of deal, but this is really about us. Right. And just what do we need to do to have some success and continue to play. We look more like what SFA is supposed to look like around here defensively. Right. We had some deflections, we had some steals, really to start the game and got us off to a good, energetic start.
And that's one thing I was going to ask you, and I guess for both of y'all. Like, I mean, they jumped the lead at the very start of the game, but then once you took the lead, you didn't look back. So, like, how important was it to keep the pedal to the metal, so to speak?
Long game.
Yeah.
Long game. Good team. They got good players. They're well coached. Obviously, and so, we knew we weren't gonna. You're not gonna shut them out, and you're certainly not gonna blow them out. Like, there's gonna be a game. There's a game within the game. Can you limit can you limit their runs? Can you maximize your runs? And I thought over the course of the 40 minutes, we did a pretty good job of that.
Gotcha. And Dom, how about you? As far like, did you have this an added confidence that you hadn't necessarily had before? Or like, what was the key to your success tonight individually?
I think the confidence has always been there, but it's slowly been building up more and more, as we play. And then just coming in and, rebounding, I think. Not worrying about scoring or anything, just worrying about defense and rebounding, and then, offense take care of itself. So,
Gotcha.
good.
Gotcha. And then overall, among the players, how's team chemistry and everything?
I think it's building.
Yeah.
It's been on the rise, as you can see.
Yeah.
When the ball's moving like that, we got energy, good things happen. So we just got to build off of that.
Gotcha.
Not only is the ball moving, obviously with Keon having 9 assists and being kind of the focal point, the 3-pointers are starting to hit a lot more consistently. Obviously Nana 4 for 6, and then Keon getting in the action. You also developing range throughout the obviously the back half of the season. What would you guys say has been pivotal in the change in the consistent makes when it comes to 3-point shooting?
You go first.
I think it's just confidence. We work on it every day in practice, and just having the confidence to know what's going in the game. I think that's it, really.
I think it's passing and catching. I think you're doing a much better job of passing the ball. I think we're doing a better job of catching the ball, which allows you to play in rhythm. And that's something that we have. Dom's right. We've been pounding on it every day in practice, and I think it's starting to pay some dividends, and hopefully we can continue that.
And then obviously for you, Coach, the early adjustment, Gary Clark, 33, he went on an early tear. And then once that timeout hit, that's when the shift of momentum happened. What was the conversation like?
He's a good player. Like, he's really good. He's really good. And they do a good job of getting him the ball in some unique spots. Mm-hmm. And to start the game, we kind of got stuck behind him a little bit. I thought as the game wore on, we did a much better job of denying him, fronting him, and making him play in crowds. But complete credit to him. He's a good player, really good player.
Talking about the question about free throw or three-pointers, I want to ask about free throws. Because 77.3%, y'all have obviously drastically improved on free throws. What's been the key there?
I really don't have an answer for you other than just step up, shoot it to make it. There are some. I believe strongly that there are some fundamental things. Our guys have been pretty disciplined in working on them, and just stepping up with some confidence and making them. So it's good to see.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a no-hitter. They're not supposed to talk about that stuff.
Obviously, somewhat of a quick turnaround. Then back in action against UTRGV on Monday night. From a player's perspective, how are you going to prepare for that? And then Coach offer a general statement against what you can expect from UTRGV.
I think we're going to practice tomorrow, go over their stuff, and prepare the same way we prepare for every game, and come out ready to play Monday.
Most important thing in the next 48 hours are guys' bodies. Our athletic training staff has, their week is different than most people's. Their week really starts. Their week starts Saturday night, and runs through Monday afternoon. So, big couple of days in the training room. Tomorrow we'll practice. UTRGV, they pose a different set of problems because they stretch you, and they really try to take advantage of the 3-point line. Our details defensively are going to have to be outstanding for us to have a chance on Monday night. So, like Dom said, appreciate everybody coming out. I thought the students were awesome. The support for these guys has been noticed and appreciated. So hope we get another big crowd on Monday night.
One last chance to catch the Lumberjacks before a 4-game road stretch Monday night against UTRGV. But tonight SFA wins 78-64 against Corpus Christi. Gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.